Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning. Good morning. Still waking my voice up, apparently. How's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. Give me just a minute to connect with me, checking Facebook to make sure we're all there. I am excited to be here with you this morning because I want to talk to you about your Q1 operating system. And it kind of touches holistically on leadership, foundations, operations, but I'm going to do all of us a favor and we're just going to skip that new year, new me energy. All right. I'm going to just say this and I'm going to say it I'm going to hold your hand. All right. I'm holding your hand. There is no new me, new year, no new nothing. It is the same me with more wisdom and more momentum than I've ever had. And it's because you're doing things with intention. And I'm so excited to do this with you. I'm excited to walk this journey with you this year because gone are the days where reactive anything is productive. Gone are the days where we say we're busy, we're busy, we're busy, therefore we're productive. No, we're not teaching that. That hustle culture is dead to me and dead to our company. We want to help you walk this entire year with strategy so that you become the architect of your life, so that you are in full control of your life. Life doesn't have to happen to you, it can happen because of you. And I want to teach you how to be in control of those things in your business, which will trickle into your life. And so today is Business Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We're going to do the Q1 CEO reset. And this is your 90-day operating system. So hang in there with me. If you're joining live, say hey. I'd love to say hello. And if you're watching the replay, don't forget to let us know you're stopping by. And yeah, let's talk about leadership, business foundations, and operations. And we're doing it in a way that actually helps you run your business in Q1 because Q1 has a very specific personality to it. It starts out cute, right? It's like, hey, I'm January. January is all hope and planning, right? January is like, I can do this, the refresh, the recharge. And then February shows up with invoices, life, a calendar that acts like it pays rent. So here's the truth. Goals don't carry a business, systems do. Goals are required, but your systems are the thing that are going to get you to those goals. And if you don't build your operating rhythm now in this first quarter, in the very beginning, you'll spend March reacting to everything and calling it being busy. Reactive anything is not control. So people have a natural ability to react. It's an important ability. If there were a catastrophe all of a sudden, your body needs to function. That almost like fight or flight movement is an important movement. But if we're running our business in a constant state of reactivity, that means we're not in control of what's happening. So today I'm going to give you a simple framework, and I want you to use this for the next 90 days with me. So hang with me. The Q1 CEO reset, your 90-day operating system. It's not a giant complicated plan. So don't be thinking that this is going to be something that you have to deep dive and study. No, no, no. I am going to give you a repeatable rhythm. And if you've watched any of my Marketing Mondays, you know that the absolute most important thing with your marketing is the consistency. You have to be consistent in the things that you do because what you do today, you will reap and sow that reward. All of that comes in 90 days from now. And so we don't want it to be complicated. We want it to be something that you can do every quarter over and over again, and that it's successful and it leads you to something successful. So by the end of this live, you'll have 3 real Q1 priorities, a weekly CEO cadence that you can actually follow, and a stop doing list that protects your time and your revenue. So get ready. If you got, pen, paper, whatever, get ready. We're going to have some fun. The first thing that I want us to talk about is priorities. So you are not allowed to have 17 priorities. That's my mom's CEO hat. No, that is not leadership. That is anxiety masked in a to-do list, okay? 17 priorities, 25 priorities. That is not a strategy. In Q1, I want you to choose 3 priorities total, and that is it. And they must fit into these buckets or these categories. So get ready. It either needs to be revenue, like money in the door, sales activity, pipeline, offer clarity, pricing, revenue. Number 2, it could fall into delivery, meaning how well you deliver what your people pay you for. The onboarding, the client experience, the fulfillment of the work, the quality of that work, and the offloading of the client. It's the client journey. It's the delivery. Third bucket is visibility. So people knowing you exist, content creation, referrals, relationships, networking, community. Here's the rule. You need 1 priority per bucket. So the 3 buckets we're talking about are revenue, delivery, visibility. So if you're watching live or if you're hopping on with me on another time, here's the exercise I want you to do. 1 priority per bucket, not 3 revenue priorities, and I'll post on Instagram when I get to it. We're going to grow up from that mentality. We're going to graduate to that next level of due diligence. And what I want you to do is I want you to do this with me in real time. Grab a note on your phone or a piece of paper and write down revenue priority, delivery priority, visibility priority. I'm going to put this in the comments for you on Facebook. Then, all right, that's in the comments. Now I'm going to help you tighten them because a lot of you are about to write something like revenue priority, make more money. And I don't mean to be judgy, but that's not a priority. That's a wish, which is going to go nowhere. So here's the filter I want you to use to help you be successful in this exercise. Make it a verb, not a vibe, right? Verb, not a vibe. A priority should look like action. And an example would be like, if you're in revenue, it could be book 20 sales conversations by March 31st. That is an action. It's a verb. It's something you can do. Delivery might look like reduce onboarding from 10 steps to 5 steps. Maybe you've gotten some feedback. It's time to listen. We're actively listening this year. You got some feedback. It's time to make some changes. So delivery might look like making it more simplistic for the person to get to you. Visibility could look like publishing 1 proof-based post every week, and then to do 5 relationship touches. So you've got proof backing you up if someone were to go online and digitally find you, but you're intentionally talking to people to bring them to your digital spaces, to impact your visibility, to expand that awareness of your brand. These are verbs. These are actions. If it's not a verb, if it's not an action, it's a vibe. And a vibe is not going to make you money. It just isn't. Now, at least not consistently. Now, let me give you a Q1 friendly way to pick if you're stuck, okay? So if your bank account for your business is stressed, choose revenue priority that increases sales activity. Some businesses are very feast or famine. That's very stressful, right? Some businesses are seasonal just because they're storefronts. And if you can't get to it because it just snowed, you can't get to it. Your doors stay closed, and that impacts the traffic into your store. You got to think about it from the perspective of if my money is tight, I need to make fluidity in my finances. So that means I need to focus on sales activity. If the clients are stressed and you're behind, that's a great place to start on a delivery priority. Simplifying that fulfillment process so that however they're coming to you and whatever their journey is with you, they leave going, wow, that was so good. That was worth my time. That was worth my money, my energy, my emotional well-being. That was worth it to me. And if your business is too dependent on like referrals or randomness, choose visibility, priority that's consistent. So something that you can actionably do on a consistent basis. Now, because Q1 isn't about doing more, it's the focus of Q1 needs to be about doing the next right thing and then doing that next right thing on repeat. Because this is where the compound effect starts to work in your favor. When your systems are clear, concise, simple, user-friendly, when they bring your person through the transformation journey that you're guaranteeing that they're going to have by working with you, you're creating an opportunity for word of mouth marketing, brand visibility, brand awareness, brand spreading, brand buy-in, brand trust, all the things that make you a company worth investing in. And we want you to have that type of reputation with your clients. So Q1 isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things on repeat. And we need to identify what those right things are for you. Now, we're going to talk about operations because I want you to have a really good CEO cadence, something that kind of feels like it aligns, but is a vehicle that moves you forward consistently. And this is where I think most CEOs kind of fall off the wagon, because what usually happens is you might set a goal and then you run your business based on more emotional energy or emergencies or whatever emails feel loudest versus having a structure and a cadence that protects you from having everybody else's emergencies become yours. And as people who are CEOs, I would say a lot of us are givers and we want to give to our clients our absolute best. It's really easy to fall into that pattern. When you set goals and then you run your business based on emotions or emergencies or whatever emails feel loudest, you lose opportunity to move yourself as a CEO forward. A rhythm you follow, whether you feel motivated or not, is going to keep you moving forward, because we don't do things because of how we feel. We do it because it's the next thing that needs to be done. And if you were taught that you needed to be motivated to do things, you're just getting lied to by your motivation about your capacity. It disappears the second you need it. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've started and stopped something and struggled because I didn't have motivation. It wasn't motivation I needed, it was routine. It was a rhythm. It was a consistent set of patterns that led me to the next right thing, setting myself up for success. So an example of a really good balanced CEO weekly rhythm would look like this. Let's say Monday, you have like a scoreboard or something, like a CEO scoreboard. Spend like 15 minutes every Monday. You check your numbers, not to judge yourself, but to lead yourself, right? We don't do it to judge ourselves. We do it so that we are aware in making decisions that are impactful, strategic, and forward thinking. So let's say on your CEO scorecard or scoreboard for your 15-minute check-in, there's lead generated, sales conversations booked, sales closed, cash collected, capacity checked, what's maxed out this week. Capacity is really important. And then one risk, identifying what could break if you ignored it. If you don't look at your numbers, you're not leading. You're hoping your business will succeed. And it's hope, and hope in general is not a strategy. Hope is more of like a prayer with a deadline, right? So what we want to do is we want to stop hoping that things will come to us in a line, and we want to create it. We want to dictate it, be in control of it, set ourselves up for that success. So block one is your Monday CEO scoreboard. And then block two, maybe that's midweek. So you pick a block of time, and this is where you do pipeline and visibility. Maybe this is a 30-minute or a 60-minute prop block. And in this block of time, this is your like keep the lights on block, right? This is where you do 5 outreach messages or 2 follow-ups, a referral ask. Hey, thanks for finishing working with me. We loved working with you too. Do you know anybody else who might benefit from what we just did, right? Ask. It does not hurt anyone to ask. One proof-based piece of content. If you are not showing off your success, you're missing opportunity to tell people how wonderful you are. And not everybody has the delightful benefit of a hype man for their business. So sometimes you got to be confident enough to talk about yourself, and that's okay. So block 2 is your midweek pipeline plus visibility. So it's your outreach messages, your follow-ups, your referrals, asks, and your proof-based content that you produce. And when I say proof-based, what I mean is like, not like Monday motivation or like I'm so grateful kind of energy. I mean proof. Like I'm genuinely looking for you to show results behind the scenes, what you're building, what you solved, and what you learned, what your clients achieved. Proof of people interactively working with you in the flow of your business. Because people don't buy inspiration, they buy clarity and confidence. And so we want to provide that by telling them how we provide that. And so your third block is Friday. Let's say you have a Monday, maybe a Wednesday, a Friday. Friday is your ops cleanup. Every Friday you ask, what broke this week? Something broke, I'm sure of it. What repeated this week? Good or bad? What needs a checklist? I cannot tell you how valuable checklists are. And what do I need to delegate next? This is powerful. If you're going to operate in your CEO energy, delegation is a skill set you have got to sharpen. This is where you stop being the hero and start being the CEO. The stories are great. We can all be inspired by us wanting greatness, but doing great things is very different than wanting them. Because if you keep solving the same problems over and over, you don't have a business. You have a job that's obsessed with you. And let that resonate for a second. Now, block 4, maybe this is like the one CEO decision. I think this one's my favorite. However you organize your week, you might work on weekends, I don't know. But block 4, this is, you've got to have this in your day, in your week somewhere. Once a week, I want you to ask this very specific question. And I'm going to write this in the chat because it is so important. Once a week, I want you to ask, what decision am I avoiding because it's uncomfortable? Sorry. Some examples might be raising your prices, saying no to the wrong client. You're pushing off that no, aren't you? Not everybody's for you. Tightening your boundaries. Hiring help. Cutting an offer that drains you. Doesn't align anymore. Maybe it's following up with someone who ghosted you and you're just dreading that phone call. A CEO doesn't get paid to avoid decisions. CEOs get paid to make the call. And by positioning yourself in a place where you can be the one to make the call, you are empowering yourself in a beautiful way. So remember this, a CEO without a cadence is going to become the company's emergency contact. Did you sign up for that? I didn't. Now, the last little part of this CEO leadership hat that we're putting on right here is I want you to create a stop doing list. It is so easy to talk about all the things we need to do, but it is not easy to admit when we need to stop doing something. Now, we're going to protect your time because your time is your inventory, right? It's valuable. It needs to be accounted for. In Q1, what I want to see all of my female CEOs doing is I want to see you building that stop doing list using specific guardrails, okay, some specific rules. I want you to stop doing anything that doesn't create revenue. You've got to be focusing on revenue generating things. You're the CEO. Stop doing things that don't improve your delivery. Your delivery is the reason why people buy into you. And stop doing anything that doesn't build visibility. If it doesn't touch one of those buckets, it's not a Q1 priority. It's literally just a distraction dressed up as responsibility. And you deserve to have a better Q1 start to this year. So for a lot of women CEOs, here's what this might look like. And if this aligns, let me know. And if it doesn't, tell me what this looks like for you. I want to know. Over customizing for clients. Stop it. Stop that. Stop, stop, stop. You cannot be everything for everyone all the time. Stop. I'm giving you permission to stop. Create a program or a product or service that customers come to, not that your customers dictate. There's no consistency there. You cannot duplicate opinions. You got to stop over customizing for your clients. Stop over explaining instead of selling. So many people get caught up in the descriptions, but don't actually say anything. They don't even invite people to join the sale. Stop over explaining instead of selling. Doing $20 tasks with a $200 brain. Doing $20 tasks with a $200 brain. If you are forgetting your value right now, I'm here to remind you, you are worth a lot more than you might be valuing yourself. It might be time for you to hire and delegate and expand. This might be your season. Taking meetings with no next step, waste of your time. Posting content that doesn't lead anywhere, just posting to post, no good. Stop it. It might even look like saying yes because you feel guilty. Now, let me explain something to you. I'm in my boundary setting season of my life. I'm in my late 30s. I'm just here to age into this next season. I really am. I've always dreamed of becoming the person I am today, the person who is untouched and unbothered by just about everybody and everything. Because when we can stop feeling guilty for prioritizing ourselves, our businesses, and the needs of our businesses, because somebody has a different type of need that we don't meet in the way that we've created, We can stop saying yes to the wrong client avatar. And this is empowering. It really is. And here's a line that you can borrow. This is from me to you. You can have this one of my lines. You do not need more time. You need fewer obligations you never agreed to. So if you're looking for a mantra this year, I am telling you, the problem is not that you need a 25-hour work or clock in the day. 24 is enough. What you need is fewer obligations that you never truly agreed to. And without that self-awareness, you're not going to even know. You got to get into your CEO cadence so that you can run your business like the CEO you were meant to be. No more running the business in a state of, oh, I feel good today, or emergencies dictating the workflow. We're going to be in control. We're going to get ahead of the game, providing clarity and a path forward. This is your season. Now, I want to bring this home because we're about out of time. So the 7-day CEO reset challenge that I'm issuing out, this is the challenge. Not in the next 7 months. I'm saying 7 days. I just want to make sure I repeat that. So the 7-day CEO reset, let me put this in here. Number 1 is you're going to choose 3 priorities: revenue, delivery, visibility. Pick your priorities in those 3 categories. Put your CEO cadence on your calendar and make one CEO decision that you have been avoiding. I'm going to put this in the chat. And really, that's it. It's amazing how simple the framework, but how impactful the results are going to be for you. So your business doesn't need a new personality. This is not new year, new business. It needs consistent operating systems. And I'll close with this. Next level results don't come from doing more. They come from doing the right things consistently, even when you're tired, even when life is super loud around you, even when motivation is just dead. Because leadership is not a mood. And let me tell you, I'm in a mood today. I woke up grumpy. I was in a mood. But leadership is not a mood. Leadership is a practice. It's a due diligence. It's a verb. It's the act of. So I want you practicing your CEO leadership. I want you walking in that CEO energy that you have worked so hard for. You deserve to be that person. And I think that this is going to be your year. So if you hang with us, we're going to give you as many things as we can every Monday, every Wednesday, to the best of our ability, showing up for you, walking the CEO journey with you, because you deserve to have a business that thrives. And our sisterhood, we're here for it. We want to lift you up. We want to help you get there. We'll give you all the knowledge. You can have everything in our heads. And then if you've got questions, just message us. Join our program, sign up for something, meet someone in the sisterhood, get to know our community. Because I'm telling you, your world will change when you are connected with like-minded individuals who are pushing their businesses forward, who are walking in their CEO energy, who lead with confidence, who lead with clarity and consistency. You deserve to be surrounded by that energy all year long. And our sisterhood is here for you. So if you're not a part of it, come hang out with us. All right. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you all on Monday. Bye.